A few of the other issues I'd like to just preempt, as I mentioned. You know, the whole call today that you don't need to follow a madhab, right? There are two groups primarily. I mean, there's the variation between, but there are two types of calls towards no madhab, right? One say that let's disown everything in between, go back to the Quran and Sunnah and take it literally, right? That's one approach. The second approach is they're better with the madhabs. They said we can benefit from all of them, but we need to reinterpret the entire Sharia according to contemporary times. So we need a reinterpretation. We need a modernization of faith, right? Now you can see the problem with both of these, because one is completely rejecting, this many centuries of... It's a call towards a fifth madhab. It's a call towards a fifth madhab. And it's a contemporary madhab. But the question is, why should I give away my Rolls Royce for I don't want to say a Mini Cooper because they're quite nice, right? But you know what I'm saying. Something that was a lot closer to the time of the Sahaba, tried and tested, 1400 years of experience. And I want to leave that to follow something that's in its first generation. That's in its first generation. That you have to understand that. That's the crux of the matter here. Okay, that's another one. The other thing is that there is an adab between the madhahib. When do you see a Shafi like just bashing a Maliki and putting him down? In fact, the great ulama of each of the school never allowed that to happen. Yes, as an academic discourse they allowed it. For example, in front of one of the great scholars of India, Rashid, I think it was, I forget, maybe it was Maulana Rashid Ahmed Gangohi or somebody else. He must have really explained the matter and really broken down the daleels of the Shafi'i school, right, on a particular issue. One of his students got up, in this great sense of emotion after hearing his teacher's breakdown, academic breakdown of the point of view in the Shafi'i school, and he said, if Imam Shafi'i was here today, he would have even listened to you. You get a few people like that. Who say that Imam, when Masih Isa alayhi salatu wasalam will come, he will be Hanafi. You got a few people like that who claim that, who absolutely are convinced that that's going to be the fact, right? But that's not the way to do this. That's not the way to do this. What did the Shaykh say? Despite the fact that, he was breaking down the opinion of the Shafi'i school, when he heard his students say, he said that, he really put the guy down. He said, don't you understand that if Imam Shafi was even here, you think I would have even spoken? Do you think I would have even spoken? Right? So that's the adab they had for each of their ijtihad, because the whole adab was, رَأْيِي صَحِيح يَحْتَمِلُ الْخَطَأ وَرَأْيُكَ خَطَأ يَحْتَمِلُ الصَّوَابِ. Because it's a matter of, we don't know what the clear-cut truth is according to Allah, because you can't go and ask Allah. What we're told though, according to the hadith, Bukhari, Muslim and other narrators, when a mujtahid does his ijtihad, what does ijtihad mean? Ijtihad is a qualified person who has access to the sources, who has all of the prerequisite knowledge and information, and all of the ulum and the sciences, and then he looks at the Quran and Sunnah to derive a ruling that is not already legislated upon. That's what a mujtahid is supposed to do, to exercise this endeavor. So what the hadith says is that when a mujtahid does that, and he is able to reach the truth, that is the truth according to Allah. He won't know, but he will think it's the truth, obviously. Because you don't know what exactly Allah has according, what is the truth according to Allah, right? But we have to assume we know, right? When he reaches that truth, and if it corresponds with the truth according to Allah, he will get 2 rewards. And if it doesn't, then because he did what he was told to do in the Sharia, he will get 1 reward, even if he's absolutely wrong. For example, let's just say there's a very